All right, so good morning, everybody. So today is the third day of the leverage model blueprint. This is the last day we've got, for all practical purposes, the leverage model blueprint has just started. Okay, so far we were just doing the groundwork. So today we are going to work on WIIFM, which is what is in it for me. How is the leverage model applicable to your business? I'm sure you have been participating in this program for this specific reason. Okay, Shripad Kulkarni ji says that he will not speak for a while, and but he is listening. Great. Thank you, Shripad ji. So review of what we've done so far, we've already heard. So good morning, Naveen ji. Would you like to share what what has opened up for you out of your participation so far?
अभी करता हूँ, थोड़ा टाइम दे दो, मैं थोड़ा ड्राइव करके ऑफिस जा रहा था।
ठीक है, थोड़ी देर आपको टाइम दिया. All right. Okay. So we move on to the large canvas. So this is where we closed yesterday. So design is all about being creative. This is the time when you're using the leverage model to put your business in place. Development is all about growth, and you use the e-growth framework. So, see, these are my suggestions. You can use whichever framework you want. But design piece is more creative. Development is all about growth, and diversification is about.
तुझे तेरे खुद की फनल बनाना सीखने पैसे की.
Yeah. Okay, so diversify, that is where you monetize all what you've built so far. All right. So the more you sweat in peace, the less you bleed in war. So the more effort you put into your business during the design phase, you'll reap more benefits during the development and the diversification phase. Now my question to you is, what is your state of business today? Okay. So we spoke about the leverage quadrant yesterday. So my question to each one of you is, where do you fall in today? So each one of you can just unmute yourself and share.
Yeah, Atul, push here.
Yeah, push.
See, as this quadrant is concerned, if I understand this quadrant, the correctly, then we definitely fall under the B quadrant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay. Sachin ji, how about you?
I'm transitioning from S to B.
Great. S to B. And Mahesh ji. So Naveen is in E and I. This is a deadly combination. I still have to figure out how can you be in E and I, but fair enough.
अरे देखो भी अभी जॉब से पैसा कमा रहे हैं और इन्वेस्टमेंट और जो पार्ट टाइम में जॉब काम करते हैं उसको इन्वेस्टमेंट में कर डाल रहे हैं.
हाँ, तो वो फॉर ऑल प्रैक्टिकल पर्पसेस वो एस वाली स्पेस हुई ना, क्योंकि अभी भी आप टाइम फॉर मनी में ही ऑपरेट कर रहे हो ना. So even if you are taking up parallel projects and executing them, you are still being paid for the time that you are investing there.
अतुल सर, जो प्रेजेंटेशन है उस पे वो पैक्स आ रहा है थोड़ा. इट इज नॉट.
हाँ, वो चैट खुली हुई थी. सॉरी. हाँ जी. राइट. ठीक है जी. ऑलराइट. हाँ जी. महादेव जी, हाउ अबाउट यू? वेयर आर यू? महादेव जी ड्रॉप आउट हो गए क्या? नहीं. महादेव जी, वेयर आर यू? Shripad ji, if you can send a message, that should be fine. Else we will move on. All right. So when Pushp, you are saying you are in the B quadrant. Can you elaborate slightly on that?
We have see, because this company is we started in 2011, so it
Okay.
is almost this January we will complete almost a decade. Yes, we definitely had a problem. Every 3 years I've seen this sign where we always have a problem, and there is always a catch 22 kind of a situation, and we have always come out of it because of the maybe where our finances are stuck sometimes. Then there is no cash flow in the system. Then we have put our thought process all together. So we have been maturing our business, and the 10 year is, I think, it's a pretty good time, almost a decade now. And I mean, as far as the turnover is concerned, we are a 35 crore company today, and we operate in 9 cities where we have our office. We also have a billing location out of our Singapore, where we serve the Indian customer. We do the billing to the Indian customer who is based out of SEZ
So,
and STPI.
so,
They
so
get
if
a
so, if I may ask you, can you articulate what all is it that you are leveraging in your business today?
leveraging. Okay, as far as if I go back to your, yesterday we spoke about business engagement, right?
Yes.
In the
Yeah.
business engagement, if you see, we have actually evolved from only doing the transactions where we were actually selling the product of Lenovo, HP, and IBM, and all this company. It was just the transaction.
Box
Then we
moving.
have yes, only the box moving. Now we are actually in a space where we are actually designing the solution, right?
Awesome.
So the designing is a process, and it comes with the knowledge. I mean, if you have a knowledge to know design, then we have a skill set of and we have a various skill set. In audio video, there's a different skill set. In the low voltage infrastructure, it's a different skill set. In the network, there's a different skill set.
Awesome.
So that
So
is how
you're
in this process.
leveraging your know-how, you are leveraging your relationships, you are
Right.
leveraging your engagements, you're also leveraging your presence in various cities,
Absolutely.
right? Awesome. That's really
Right.
great. That's really great. So we can clearly see that you are not operating purely on time for money. Though a lot of it
Uh,
is time for money, but it is not only on time for money, it is more than that, right?
Correct.
So when you are designing something, it is not related to how many hours you spend. It is about what value you are giving to the customer based on which you are billing the customer, right?
Yes, you can say that. Yeah, correct.
So that is a distinction, right?
Right.
See, if we hire um, a mistri at home, right? We give him 500 rupees, 1000 rupees for the day.
Correct.
So many hours, I will pay you so much money over. Whereas in your case, you are saying that I will design the solution for you. Whether I
Right.
design that in 3 days, 1 week, 1 month, that is immaterial. I am
Right.
charging you for designing the solution,
Right.
right?
Yeah. I'll give an example where we are at couple of customers. We are also a consultant for the network infrastructure and the low voltage. There we do only the designing part, where we
Awesome,
can't even participate.
right? So then you are actually acting like a PMC or maybe a tendering authority.
Correct. It is a tendering authority, more to do on the specification part,
Absolutely.
approval on the brands, on the designs.
All right, great, fantastic, great. So Sachin ji, when you say you are transitioning from S to B, what does that mean? Sachin ji, are you there?
Hello.
Yeah. Yeah, Sachin ji.
I was not able to hear you. There is some bandwidth issue. You asked something.
So I asked you, when you are saying you're transitioning from S to B, what does that mean
Uh,
for you?
See, as I said, I already had started one travel academy, which
Okay.
was more from my core this thing to begin with. But then because of the lockdown and all, things are slowed down. So that
Okay.
is one thing. Another is that I have been doing corporate trainings and all those things for so many years. But already I have moved to business coaching where I do a session based on my availability, and there is some element of time which is involved in that. So that's the reason why it is because of this pandemic situation. Things are again little bit in the transition mode, because what I had planned and what I had worked upon, so it is taking little bit of more time till the things become little normal. So that's why I call myself in S and B, because still I do conduct sessions for clients and all those things. So that's where I see myself.
Fair enough. Great. So whenever the business reaches a stage where it can start working independent of you, then you would say that it is purely in a B state. Make
Yeah,
sense? Yeah,
yeah.
great. All right. Mahadev ji.
Because
Yeah,
yeah.
Sachin, you're saying something?
No, no, because the business model which I had, I need to tweak it according to current scenario. That's the reason why I am identifying the gaps and working on different aspects of business, because previously everything used to happen physically. Now, because of this virtual thing, some of the things I need to learn and understand, especially the automation part and all those things from the
Right.
marketing perspective.
Yeah,
That's the reason why it is taking some time.
fair enough.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah. Mahadev ji. Mahadev ji, you're there? Okay. Jigish bhai. So I hope the emergency is taken care of. I hope the person.
Yeah, I've just kind of sorted it.
Okay.
It was not a good thing. So anyway, coming back to
I hope it is
uh,
in control, right? You can be here.
no, it was since morning. I just sorted it, but I'm not fully with this thing. Let me. Can you come back for these questions a little later today?
Fair
I
enough.
mean, I
Done,
am
done.
just
Okay.
trying to catch up.
No
Okay.
worries. Okay, done. Okay.
Okay.
And Shripad ji says that he's in the B space. So
Sorry,
Shripad ji, he's in the leverage
your
quadrant.
volume is a little low, Atul. Can you?
Is it okay? Hello?
Still, it is.
Little low.
Now it is better. No, gone.
On. Is it okay now?
Now it is fine.
Okay, done. So I've actually removed my earphones. Okay.
Yeah, sometimes
So,
that jack yesterday also. Yeah.
yeah, all right. So Shripad ji says that he is in the leverage quadrant. So he runs about 4 businesses which are into sheet metal components, then abrasives, paints, and HVAC components. They are into EPC for HVAC. So he's definitely in the leverage quadrant. As he was also sharing yesterday that he's in a state wherein he's handing over the business to his son. So that is a business which is going into the second generation, and it is pretty much working on an autopilot space, right? Mahadev ji, can you please share in which quadrant are you operating?
Self-employed.
Self-employed.
Yeah.
Okay. गर्व से मांगो वाली कहानी है प्रिया गोल्ड. All right. So till when do you intend to continue being a self-employed guy?
Sorry?
Till when do you intend to continue to be a self-employed person?
And I want to change my quadrant. I'm trying for that. That's why I'm attending this kind of programs.
Right. So what date have you put for that?
One year more, 2021.
2021. कौन सा डेट होगा?
नहीं, डेट तो नहीं किया है. ये नया साल का मेरा ये रेजोल्यूशन है.
रेजोल्यूशन होगा, है ना?
Yes.
Fantastic. All the best. More power to you.
Thank you.
Right. So we've just covered your takeaways. So the large canvas leverage model, and today we will be spending most of our time on the leverage model itself. So as I have shared a number of times already, the leverage model has 4 components to it. Identifying the future, which is the soul of your business. Creating the lifeline, which is the product of your business. Identifying the opportunity or the market. And defining the process or the game plan for this business. So play golf, which is business is a game played within a 6-inch arena, the space between your ears, and projected to the globe. Future, the soul of your business. We'll start with this piece. Yesterday I just touched upon it. Today we'll go deeper into this. So as I said, future is fantastic. It is unlimited and it is never ending. So whether you are a self-employed person, you are an employee, you are a business owner, or you are an investor, whenever you envisage your future, you are looking at a future which is never ending, unlimited, and it is awesome. Do you all agree to this? Or is there somebody who has a different future in mind?
Agree, Atul.
Anybody who has some other future? All right. So I believe that is how it is, right? Now here is a video. Please look at it very carefully, and then we'll discuss something on it at the end of it. Absolutely. Right? So if you are an ideas man and you end up in a transaction job, you will feel out of place and the transactions will never happen. And the other side, if you are somebody who is a transactions person and you are put into a role where you have to create some new ideas, you are into a creative business, do you think you would succeed?
No, definitely not.
All right. So this is one of the things which none of us has ever looked at.
True.
All right. So just look at it. We are talking about a future which is fantastic, unlimited, never ending. But we don't know what is the future for us. So for each one of us, there's a different future. Right? So when I discover what is the kind of person that I am,
am I a transactions person? Am I an ideas person? Am I some other kind of a person? Then the kind of actions I would take would be similar. And ideas person taking those actions will have certain kind of outputs. An actions person or a transactions person taking the same action will have a different output. So this is what we discover in this exercise, and this is done in the future workshop. We also work on the SWOT analysis. SWOT is strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats. One of you who has never heard of SWOT earlier in life? Anybody who's never heard of SWOT analysis earlier in life? So I assume all of you've heard, right? Now in this, just look at it. Strengths and weaknesses are internal to you. Opportunities and threats are out there in the market. So if you are working in an area where you have a strength and there is opportunity in the market, which is the green quadrant over here, then your possibilities to succeed will be much, much, much higher. Vis-a-vis, you are working on an opportunity which is a weakness for you. So this is the golden colored quadrant, so top right. You may still find some success because the market is asking for it. There is an opportunity in the market. But that is your weakness. So you may not be able to deliver the best. So वो रखड़ के चलता रहेगा. But it will not give you that kind of output which strength and opportunity quadrant would give you. Or let us look at strength and threats. If you got a strength somewhere, but that is a threat in the market, that is not an opportunity in the market. Just by your sheer strength or your sheer force, you will be able to make some money. But that will not be commensurate with what it would be if you were working on your strengths in an opportunity space. And if we look at the fourth piece, it is your weakness and it is a threat in the market. That is the red light area. Okay? That is which is a 100% no. And when you look at it yourself, you would realize that some part of your business you are doing in this space, which is taking away your energy rather than giving energy to you. Does this make sense? Yes, no, thank you. Haji?
Yes.
Great. Yeah. And then we look at the future state. Future state, we look at 4 pieces. S is structure. What is the structure of your organization? Is your organization designed for success or not? Imagine you are a transactions business and you don't have people to talk to the customers. How would you convert? Right? The second piece is tasks. There are structures, then there are tasks. What activity are you supposed to do? And then there is environment. Internal environment, external environment. Internal environment is within your company, within your organization. External environment. Corona or COVID is an external environment threat today. That is just one small thing. Rest, everything else is working. Can you see this? And if your business is not working, that is not because the external environment is not conducive. It is because the internal environment is not supportive. It is because you have not groomed the people enough to work in a challenging environment. All right? And then in the future state, we are talking about starting from being rather than looking at what is visible, what is happening. So be the kind of business you want to be. And if you are that kind of a business, what kind of actions would you take? And when you take those kind of actions, there are certain results that you would get. That is what you would have. And then you arrive at a future state wherein you are listing your strengths and you are listing your opportunities. This is your arena. This is where you are playing your game. You design your business based on your strengths, your opportunities. This is your playing field. So what did you get out of this so far? I want to hear from each one of you.
Well, I like the concept of Ikigai. I think we should actually invest up ourselves and the business, see whether we are on the right track or not. If not, then we need to align our Ikigai of our own and the business. I mean, I really like about it. I started thinking about it.
Awesome, great. Somebody else?
Got to rethink about listing down the opportunities and strengths and seeing. Never thought about both the things together. Okay? Because
Right.
generally looking at the opportunities more than looking at the strengths. So the focus is on seeing the opportunity and just thinking, okay, I will find a way out to get there. So that was the present approach. So now we'll have to look at both the strength and opportunity and see a match.
Yeah. So now, can you see how much of your energy is getting dissipated because you are working in areas which are probably not your strength, or which are probably not an opportunity in the market?
True.
Right? Mahadev ji, what opened up for you?
Yeah, Ikigai, I know the concept. It is very powerful and trying to practically implement it. But I always think that Ikigai is like discovering myself, that I need to first discover myself, where I'm strong, where I'm weak, and then only that will help my business. I think this presentation is really important to design the future, which is very, it's a need of the hour.
Great. Thank you. Hanji, who goes next? Jigish?
Yeah, I did just come in right now. Okay.
Okay, fine.
I am aware of this, but I never really worked on it. I'm aware of it, but sometimes to think so much is a little laziness to really look at all these things. It sounds, I've read this book also, but I haven't yet really applied it. Yes.
Right. Okay. Shripad ji, are you able to speak now?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah. So what did you get out of this?
I know about something about Ikigai circle,
Right.
and I'm learning on that. And reason of existence, that is purpose of life. or purpose in business, purpose of a person or organization in business. That way I look for it, and I'm working on that. It is excellent way of thought process, and one should really the person is made introvert. If at all he is not an introvert, he is made an introvert to think about it.
Yeah,
that is what is finding on from Ikigai as such.
Great. All right. Thank you. Naveen ji. So you're doing it for the second time. What did you get? Sorry?
बात नहीं कर पाऊंगा ना, सुन ही रहा हूँ बैठ के.
Okay, ठीक है, no worries. Done. All right. So see, when it comes to future, we could have done what normally is done, looking at your vision, mission, creating that statement and sharing that with everybody. But when I was designing this program, I looked at it in a different fashion. That if you are not clear of where are you headed, you will really not be able to go anywhere. Okay. So once there was a person who was at a crossroad, and at that crossroad, he asked another person, which way is this road going? And that person, he asked him, where do you want to go? He said, not sure. Then this person responded, if you are not sure where are you going, then whichever road you take, it does not make any difference. That is how our future is. If we don't know where are we going, then whatsoever we are doing in life is great. All right. So let's move to the next one, the Lifeline workshop. This is the second piece, wherein we are looking at how would you create or how would you create the product to fulfill on the future that you've created. Okay. Yesterday we spoke about the sandwich, right? That comes here. So Lifeline is all about love, intimacy, familiarity, and excitement. Would one of you tell me why is excitement required?
I mean, excitement will be definitely a driving force now, because it will keep up our, our passion. That is why, I mean, we should always be excited, because I mean, that is a driving force, I believe.
Fantastic. Anybody else? Anything else?
As an analogy, it adds fuel to the fire.
Fantastic. Anybody else? Okay, may I say something?
Yeah.
Right. See, Lifeline is the product of your business. The purpose of the business is to make money, right? And what do we want? We want our customers to pay money to us. And the customer pays money to us only in a state of excitement. If he or she is not excited, she or he will never ever give even a single rupee. Do you agree to this? Or is there something which has popped up for you?
Yeah, I think Atul, you're right. Whenever we pitch our product or any services to the customer, and if there is no excitement from his side, so I think we just can't do that business at all with him.
Absolutely.
Correct.
And we can never say that the customer is not excited.
Correct. Correct.
See, I have control only over myself. You get what I'm saying? The other day, we had around 60 people who participated in Recharge Your Business. Out of those 60 people, only 5 people paid up for this program, right? So there is something that I did not provide, because of which the 55 people did not pay up. You get what I'm saying?
Correct.
They came and they gave their 2.5 hours. In that, I did not bring enough excitement for them to give away 3,000 rupees.
Absolutely.
Interesting है ना?
Very interesting. Correct.
तो क्या आप अपने बिजनेस में इतनी एक्साइटमेंट क्रिएट करते हैं कि सामने वाला बंदा आप जितना पैसा मांग रहे हो उतना आपको दे दे? सी मर्सिडीज बेंज एक आदमी में इतनी एक्साइटमेंट क्रिएट कर देती है कि वो बंदा उस लोहे के मींस 2 टन लोहे के लिए 50 लाख रुपया देता है. Can you get that? One Mercedes Benz would not even weigh 2000 kgs. But there are people on this planet who will pay 50 lakh rupees, 1 crore rupees for that one Mercedes Benz. How come? Hello? Mercedes Benz खरीदने चले गए क्या? नहीं, छोटी पड़ गई तो रोल्स रॉयस खरीद लो, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. Can you get that?
I mean, you are actually bang on.
Actually, I was about to comment. As you have truly said about Mercedes-Benz or Rolls-Royce, the most fascinating thing on the planet for a human being till the date was, maybe in case of females more, that was the gold, that was the metal, which is a precious metal known and having great liquidity, having great visibility, attraction, and asset value class. That also is available on the basis of kg, and Mercedes is not available on the basis of kg. That is the difference. And despite of that, the thing which is not available on kg is purchased for some value created by him and fascination created by him, which makes excitement for the person to buy it. That we have to really look into.
Absolutely.
It is not customer who is buying that car. It is Mercedes making him excited to buy the car. Exactly.
That is our job.
Yeah.
Since we are talking about designing our business, Mercedes has designed its business such that people pay that premium for that car.
True.
Rolex has designed its business such that people pay 25,000, 60,000, 1 lakh, 2 lakh rupees for that 100 grams of metal. Isn't it? चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं.
Yeah, true.
Hanji. So we move on to the product mix which we saw yesterday. So we saw these 12 P's, right? Now, do you agree that your job is to work on the P's in red? Hanji? Great. What did you get out of this video which you saw?
I mean, it was amazing video. I think it is all about every day you putting in the effort and build equal excitement in you and on your product, and and try and build the same excitement to your customer. It's an everyday job actually, and every day counts.
Absolutely. So they say that Rome was not built in a day. Right. So you kept on, they kept on building that city one brick at a time. Right? And that, if you see here, profit, passion, positioning, persona, that one brick at a time is the passion. And then positioning is your choice. Whom do you want to sell?
Right.
Rather, how you want to sell. Persona is whom you want to sell, right?
Right.
And profit is what margin you want to work on.
Okay.
You can be a Subway which works on maybe 100% margin, or you can be a normal vada pav wala who also works on 100% margin, actually speaking.
Right.
But tell me,
different. The positioning is different.
Absolutely. But tell me one thing, in all of us, who is working on those kind of margins?
On 100% margin?
Okay, let us be more graceful, 50% margin.
Not every time, but only sometime. But it is always exception, honestly speaking, in our case. But in the case of Vada Pav and Subway, it is always, I mean,
Right.
every transaction is 100%.
Absolutely. Sachinji, do you operate on 100% margin? Sachinji. बात नहीं कर रहे हो. Jigish. ठीक है. So let's build further on this. Now, when we're talking about creating a product, okay, so we work on another piece which is called as design thinking. Design thinking was a paper which was presented in Stanford Design School, I think in 1954 or something. All right. And this has been a very, very, very powerful thing. It talks about how do you design anything. It is not just a product. It can be your process. It can be your personal life also. So design thinking says that there are 5 steps. The first step is to empathize. What it means by empathize is being one with your customer, the consumer who is going to use your product. Understand the motivation for the person. Why would he buy it? What would he use it for? All that stuff. Second piece is based on those inputs, define the product. Once you define the product, ideate further on it. How can you make it doable? How can you make it real? And once you got a clear idea on paper, then you create a prototype. and you test it in the market. And then based on the feedback, you again go back, ideate, prototype, and improve it. And be in that continuous cycle. This is how your products keeps on improving. So yesterday I was giving you the example of Gillette, right?
Right.
So they started with the first, they invented the razor, safety razor. And then they went up the value chain. What else is it that the customer wants? The customer wants comfort. Then they gave the double-edged razor. Then they realized the customer wants still more comfort. They gave Sensor XL, which had a movable thing. And then they gave Sensor, and then they gave Sensor XL, which had rubber fins in it. And then they added aloe vera to it so that it is more smooth. The shave is smooth, isn't it? So if you apply that to this design thinking process, you would see that they have consistently been working on the product, improve, right? And this has happened because they have been listening to their customer. They have kept the feedback channels on. ठीक है ना? One of the biggest reasons for any enterprise to fall is that they stop listening. Hindustan Motors, it was a dominant auto player in India. And even today, it's a very respectable organization. But they refuse to listen to what the customer wants. Eventually, they had to shut down the car. Right? In comparison, Bajaj Auto, for a very long time, they did not listen to the customer. And they kept on selling the Bajaj scooter, the Chetak and the Bajaj Priya. And one fine day, they took a call that now it is the end. We have to move on. And they were courageous enough to shut down the two-stroke scooter altogether. And they created a new product in Pulsar. And today they are a dominant player in the motorcycle market. How did that happen? That happened like this. They went through the design thinking process. They might have called it whatsoever, but they listened to the customer. They implemented what the customer was asking for. Have you been doing this? ठीक है जी? Now let us look at these 12 elements. Seasoning, what is the core to your business? Persona. Persona is the buyer persona is the representation of your ideal customer. Based on market research and real data about your customers and prospects. It includes customer demographics, behavior patterns, motivations, and goals. The more detailed you are, the better it is. If you know your customer as a human being, you will be able to do much more business. Mercedes-Benz knows their customer inside out. and they reach those customers also. How many of you have got a call or an offer from Mercedes-Benz to buy a Mercedes-Benz? आप में से किसी को आया अभी तक?
नहीं सर।
बुश को नहीं आया, चलो ठीक है। कुलकर्णी जी आपको?
या मुझे आया था 2 बार। देयर वर 2 campaigns they tried to reach to me.
Awesome. सचिन जी आपको आया? हेलो, सचिन जी seems to be busy. जिगीश आपको आया क्या मर्सिडीज से ऑफर?
No.
नहीं। महादेव जी आपको आया?
हाँ आया था, लेकिन ड्रीम में आया था, ड्रीम में।
Fantastic. Right. See, point what I'm making here is Mercedes-Benz as an organization in a country of 1.4 billion, कितना है आज की डेट में?
1.3.
1.3 plus है ना? 1.3 billion people. They know who are their customers. And they reach out one to them. न्यूज़पेपर के ऐड के ऊपर मर्सिडीज नहीं बिकती, राइट? फेसबुक के ऊपर भी मर्सिडीज ऐड नहीं देता। अगर देता होगा तो वो सिर्फ उन्हीं लोगों को दिखती है, चुन चुन कर देता है वो। So my question to you is, do you know who your customer is? और कुलकर्णी जी जब उन्होंने ऑफर दी थी, उन्होंने और क्या किया था आपके साथ?
उन्होंने बेसिकली जो इंडस्ट्री में टॉप प्लेयर्स है,
हाँ जी,
उनकी लिस्ट ली थी। सर्वे में औरंगाबाद ने ऐसा किया था, तो एक एसोसिएशन के तौर पे उन्होंने 160 गाड़ी एक ही दफा खरीदी थी।
बिल्कुल
डिस्काउंट दिया था। 23 लाख को दी थी गाड़ी, जो 35 लाख की थी।
राइट।
ऐसा कार्टेल करो करके मुझे अप्रोच हुए थे, डायरेक्ट कारपोरेट से अप्रोच हुए थे एक बार। I tried also, लेकिन we could not go beyond 20.
Right.
And so I dropped out. But few of our friends purchased through that scheme, and I was mentor for that particular thing.
Right.
I decided for SUV kind of a thing. Innova was my favorite, so I switched over to that. पैसे में भी सस्ती थी और दिखने में भी अच्छी थी अपने इससे, लेकिन it was really a different kind of approach they had shown, because you are class of people who deserve this.
Absolutely.
And that way it was sold to us. The concept was sold to us that way. If don't think about your affordability, because our brand is associated with only brands, and if you consider yourself as a brand, get associated with that kind of approach was there.
So in the third point, it says include customer demographics, behavior patterns, motivations and goals. So what did they do? They went after those people who were more visible in the city, so what Shripad ji said was, if you are a brand, we will enhance your brand value. So they were not talking money. they were not talking affordability. They were straight away attacking you at the esteem level. What are your motivations? Right?
Yeah, true.
So we may always say कि वो Mercedes Benz है, वो ये कर सकता है. But just look at it. हम भी Mercedes Benz हैं. If we don't relate to ourselves as Mercedes Benz, we will never become one. So this is what a persona worksheet looks like. You can create your own. Primarily, you are looking at the goals and values of your customers. You're listing down their demographics. What are the challenges and pain points your customer has? What are the objections that the customer may have? And very important thing, what are the sources of information for your customer? So, जो Mercedes Benz का कस्टमर है, वो कौन सा न्यूज़पेपर पढ़ता है, कौन सी मैगजीन पढ़ता है, किन क्लब्स में जाता है, क्या खाता है, किन रेस्टोरेंट्स में जाता है, right?
Yeah.
So they look at all that and then cover you from there. So do you know your customer like this? Next piece is positioning. Positioning is how do you make your product appear to your customer? Okay. Now positioning can have different places. So ideal positioning is something which only you can offer and nobody else can offer. So when Mercedes-Benz came to Kulkarni ji, they came with the positioning of prestige. Right?
Yeah.
And all what they spoke to Kulkarni ji was, you are a prestigious person and we will enhance your standing in the market. Right? And that's all what they looked at. Day before yesterday or yesterday, when we were looking at the Vada Pav story, what did he say? Vada Pav Amitabh Bachchan के जैसा है, आपको इसको बेचना नहीं पड़ता. So Vada Pav is the other end of the spectrum. He says, Vada Pav says, I am a common man's diet. You can eat me standing, you can eat me walking, you can eat me traveling. I will satisfy your hunger. If you are poor, you can have me. If you are rich, you can have me. If you have no money, you can still have me. Positioning है ना अपनी अपनी.
Yeah.
So now when you are looking at positioning, what you have to offer and what your competition has to offer. If you are positioning yourself in an area which your competition also offers, then that will be risky. If your competitor has a certain positioning and you are also positioning at the same place, the only way you will survive is by giving discounts. Okay? So this is what positioning is about. Next is passion. Passion comes from the Greek word called suffer. Suffer to be acted upon, wherein a person is willing to suffer to do that one thing, to experience that one thing. Right? And then the last one comes profit. Profit is sale price minus cost price. Profit is fundamental to a business. Define it as a percentage of your business. This allows you where to draw a line. And saying no is as important as saying yes. Okay. Next we come to filling. Filling may you have a plan. So plan, you can have corporate objectives, situation analysis, which is SWOT, 5C, PEST, all that stuff. Marketing strategy, marketing mix. How will you implement it? What are the checks and balances? What is a plan B? Suppose one thing fails, what else? Right? Second P is people. So you plan what are the different roles that you need to service the customer. You need not have one person for every role that you have. Till the time you are able to have multiple people, you can have one person addressing multiple aspects of business. So for example, in operations, so executive assistant, HR and admin, accounts, 3 of them can probably be done by one person. But you need to know that these things need to be done to service your customer. Make sense? You need to map all the functions which need to be there in your business to serve your customer. If you leave anything unattended, that will be detrimental for your business. Next is presentation. Presentation is how do you brand your product? How do you package your product? What kind of brands are you associated with? Placement, people. So if Mercedes-Benz would have a meeting, they would have a meeting at one of the plushest of hotels in the city, or a high esteemed club in the city, not at any other place. So this is about whom are you associated with. All right. Process. Document what you do and do what is documented. I will repeat it. Document what you do and do what is documented. And you should definitely have a process for managing customer relationships. So contact manager, customer engagement, sales management, funnel management, do that. Salesforce automation, marketing management, have all the processes in place. And get out of this habit of doing it yourself. Anything which you can hand over to somebody else as a process. Next comes the bread. Product, define your product. Price, define your price. Place, define the distribution channels. How are you going to take it to the market? And how do you promote your business? So these 4 P's, you already know. I don't have to tell you much about it. All right. So now share, what are your takeaways? Hello, this was the lifeline piece.
Yeah, I would say you have well elaborated the milestones on which we are supposed to revisit. Maybe there is never late for anything. Wherever we are, we can restart from X0, Y0, transform the thought process in the path of this transformation or leverage model, and में भी थोड़ा आत्मचिंतन करना जरूरी पड़ेगा हर एक को, और जरूरत पड़े तो आपका गाइडेंस भी उपलब्ध है। जहां तक उसकी सोच गई है, एक ही पॉइंट पे 1 घंटा काम करना पड़ेगा भैया।
बिल्कुल।
हो सकता है कि 100 घंटे की जर्नी हो, 1000 घंटे की जर्नी हो, कोई बात नहीं। ऐसे भी किसी भी बिजनेस को शुरू करके एक लेवल पे लाने के लिए हजार दिन लगते हैं, ऐसी कहावत है।
राइट।
तो सस्टेन करने को तो 10,000 दिन लगते हैं भैया। तो सस्टेनेंस एक्टिविटी आइदर ग्रोथ की ओर ले जाती है या सिंकिंग की ओर जाती है। तो सस्टेनेंस एक्टिविटी पे अगर ग्रोथ पे ले जाना है तो थॉट प्रोसेस को कंटिन्यूअसली ट्रांसफॉर्म करना है, उसको लिवरेज देना है थॉट प्रोसेस को, और एक्सपोनेंशियल ग्रोथ की पैटर्न पे जाने के लिए whatever possible one has to do. That is what is my takeaway, I think.
Great. Thank you. Anybody else?
Yeah, after looking at those 4P, I mean, what I'll do this week is I will definitely have my focus on so creating a persona worksheet for
Absolutely.
my product,
Right.
which I very recently, decided, which I'm very excited about.
Right.
And if I had a couple of calls with my customers whom I told about this concept, which is not there in India. So
Yeah.
I'll create persona worksheet plus also see the positioning, with respect to the competition and how I'm going to position. So I'll create
Absolutely.
these two things.
Great. Awesome. Awesome. Sachin?
Yeah, the structural and lifeline thing,
Yeah.
where we promotion, process, product, people.
Hmm.
So you have given a structure where we can step by step we can move from one level to another. Because what happens is many times as an entrepreneur, we go for the multitasking, or sometimes as we always have this that I can do it better than others. So letting go is a challenge, and another is the art of delegation. So I feel that this will give us a clarity. And as you said, whichever thing can be automated needs to be first given out, so that you will be able to focus on the important aspects of the growth of business. That is
Absolutely.
what came out very strongly from here.
Awesome. Awesome. Hanji, Mahadev ji.
Yes, what right now he shared, even I agree to that also, that the things which can be deputed should be deputed. And I think now this is the time where we need to have a smart work and not hard work. अभी वो पैटर्न अपने को चेंज करना पड़ेगा, तो राइट फ्रॉम द थिंकिंग ऑल्सो कि every time it's a big struggle in different sectors of business, but wherever smart work is possible, even I always think in this way also, that if I approach a bank for a loan and I am always under this impression that bank is giving me loan, so bank is obliging me. But as an entrepreneur, am I in a position to tell bank that I will go to another bank if you don't give me this rate? So am I in a position to come to that level of business? So for this, I think all this, whatever we are learning right from the morning and plus 2 days, is very, very important, and it's absolutely eye openers, honestly speaking. Yeah.
All right. Great. Thank you. Jigish.
I would like to add Mr. Ambekar's Madhavrav's speech. Actually, Madhavrao, the bankers are behind people who have very good profit margin, profit line, who have some vision, mission. They are working in right direction. They are growing. Their growth pattern is good. They are ready to compromise on interest rate. They are ready to compromise on tenures. They are ready to compromise on everything. But the moment they see that the entrepreneur is not working as a visionary, they become opportunist and they charge more interest rates. They don't negotiate. They are not bothered. They feel as if they are they are obliging. Same loan is a product of bank. It is a service given. ना तो पैसा उनका है, ना तो जो बिजनेस कर रहे हैं वो बिजनेस उनका है. फिर भी उनका बिजनेस यही है कि एक का पैसा दूसरे को देके इंटरेस्ट कमाना है और गैप में अपना मैनेज करना है. सो बैंक इंप्रूव करना है तो अपने को इंप्रूव करना पड़ेगा. डिक्टेटरशिप के तौर पे जरूर आ सकते हैं. हमको रीथिंक करना पड़ेगा हमने क्या किया है. This discussion will go in different direction if we enter into that, but definitely this aspect also need to be thought, and I will request Mr. Puri about the loan structure and wanted loans, unwanted loans, wanted purchases, unwanted purchases, muda purchases, muda, that is a waste done by in the business. इस पे भी कुछ गौर किया जाए अगले कई दिनों में. थैंक यू.
करेंगे जी.
Thank you Kulkarni sir. Thank you Kulkarni sir.
Yeah.
Giving this insight. Yeah.
Jigish bhai, you want to share something? Yeah.
Sure. With the lifeline, a lot to rethink, and a lot to rethink, and there's a lot to ponder actually, because all the ideas are good. It's just that I have to rethink and create a new structure, because what you have given is a better structure to think. Earlier it was not easy to make a thinking and choices because there was no structure in the clear easy structure to refer to. So you have shared a very good structure on which I can work on for improving or scaling up, right? Yeah.
Okay, thank you. We'll move to the next one, which is the opportunity workshop.
Okay.
So opportunities: define your market. Opportunity is a journey between you and a yes. It starts with an owner who is you. Profit, perception, organization, resonance, the customer, usability, need, integrity, trust, and a yes. So we have to take the customer through this journey to get a yes. And we have to patch up all which can get a no in the passage.
In the meantime, we're back.
So here, one of you was talking about inches. See this video, you'll enjoy it. So marketing management is the art and science of choosing target markets, getting, keeping, and growing customers, creating, delivering, and communicating superior customer value. What's an opportunity? As I shared earlier, owner, profit, perception, organization, relationship, the customer, utility, need, integrity, trust, and a yes. Please mark, we had the choice of two P's, OPP. And the first P is profit. It is not perception. It is not something else. Why so? Because we are in business and the only purpose of the business is to make profit. ठीक है जी? Owner, the buck stops with you. Your only job is to see the future, create the future, and build the future. Rest, everything should be taken care of. Just think of it. In your business, you may have somebody or the other to do everything in your business. Do you have a person other than you who is responsible to create the future of your business? अगर आपको कुछ चमका तो जरा बताओ. You can unmute and share. ओनर का ये वाला काम आपको दिखाई देता है कि कोई और कर सकता है आपके यहां पर?
नो।
ठीक है ना जी? तो आपका काम सिर्फ ये करना है, बाकी सारा चाय लाना, दूध लाना, पत्ती लाना, उसको उसमें परोसना, वो सब काम किसी और को करने दो। हाउ डज दैट साउंड? हेलो?
राइट सर।
और आज की डेट में आप क्या कर रहे हो? सिवाय फ्यूचर के बाकी सब कुछ कर रहे हो आप। प्रेजेंट, पास्ट, उससे पास्ट, जितने गड़े हुए मुर्दे हैं उनको रोज देखभाल करना, all the losses, cry for them. That's what we are doing, right? Are you really being the owner? Hello?
Hello?
हाँ जी।
Difficult to answer, but
I got the answer. All right. Profit. The financial gain, especially the difference between the amount earned and the amount spent in buying, operating, or producing something. Between the two P's, profit comes first. If no profit, no business. जब आप हवाई जहाज पे चढ़ते हो ना, तो वो कहते हैं कि जी you wear your mask first, only then you support somebody else. तो आपके साथ में अगर आपका बच्चा भी है तो पहले मास्क आप पहनो, फिर बच्चे को पहनाओ। अगर आपके धंधे में पैसा ही नहीं है तो धंधा ही नहीं है। So profit is pro-fit. If there is no profit, you are not fit. I'm saying you in the sense the business is not fit. पिछले 4 दिन में 4 बार श्रीपद जी ने मुझे कहा कि जी अपनी तबीयत का ध्यान रखो, तुमको जुकाम है, ये करो वो करो। जो अपने धंधे को जुलाब लगे हुए हैं उसका क्या कर रहे हैं? हमारे धंधे को डिसेंट्री लगी हुई है, जो खाते हैं वो निकल जाता है बाहर।
I would like to do one-to-one on this. I have taken certain decisions and you will appreciate.
ठीक है,
I have
we'll
my
do
own
that.
thought process. Yeah.
Great. ठीक है जी. Yes, I know this is hard hitting, but this is the reality of our business. Perception. Perception is the brand value. It comes with service, network, product, being on parity, value for money, services, good delivery system, advertising, social media, whatsoever we're communicating in the market. We are creating a perception with every word that we are speaking. And every word that we don't speak, that also creates a perception. हम किस इशू के लिए बात करते हैं और किस इशू के लिए चुप रहते हैं, that creates a perception about me, about my business. And if you have to be in business, you have to create a perception. Nobody knows what are you inside. Organization. This is one of the slides which I love the most. इसको थोड़ा ध्यान से समझिएगा. The vertical axis is the time that is spent and the horizontal axis is who is the person. So on the bottom left is owner, who is you. Then come the mid-level resources, which are your so-called managers, general managers, vice presidents, presidents, all of them. And on the extreme right is executives. These are the exec assistants, feet on street. And the dotted line in between that differentiates between planning and implementation, planning and execution. So as an owner, most of your time has to go into planning and very little time has to go into execution. आपका काम करना नहीं है, आपका काम करवाना है. Then your second level guys, their job is 50-50. Little bit planning and little bit implementation or execution. And your feet on street, they don't have to, उनको दिमाग नहीं लगाना. They have to work like headless soldiers. Means imagine the person on the cash counter of McDonald's. अगर वो दिमाग लगाना शुरू कर दे कि जी आज मेरा बटर पेपर जो पर्पल कलर का होगा, काम करेगा क्या? आज मैं सिंगल चीज की बजाय डबल चीज डालकर दूंगा उसके अंदर, बर्गर के अंदर. अगले दिन दिवाला निकल जाएगा उसका मैकडॉनल्ड का, राइट? So please get it. Since I'm talking to you, your job is planning, not execution. तो आप जितना काम execution वाला करते हो, ensure that you hand over to somebody else. Does it make sense? Yes, no, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Great.
True.
Next comes relationship. See, this is how a customer matures. Whenever the customer comes in your circle, in your reach, he is a prospect. So he is new. The only relationship that you have with him is a possible transaction. And your engagement, when I'm saying you, it is the business, okay? The engagement is that of a hunter. You are simply looking for a prospect, zip, attack and get the customer prospect in. When the prospect buys for the first time, he becomes a customer with you. He is still new. The relationship is still transaction based. And you are still in the role of a hunter. And when the customer starts buying regularly with you, or maybe a few times, he becomes a client. He's still new. Relationship is still transaction. But your mode has changed from being a hunter to that of a farmer. You started cultivating that relationship. As you continue building it further, the client becomes a supporter. He becomes an old customer. And you have a relationship with that customer. And your role is that of a farmer. Right? You continue building that relationship, strengthening that relationship. Your customer becomes your advocate. He starts talking for you. The relationship that you have with the customer is that of a bond. And you graduate to become a weaver. The next level is where your customer becomes your partner. He becomes a stakeholder in your success. He is an old customer. There is a high level of trust between you and him. And your role is that of a weaver. The customer. A customer is the recipient of goods, service, product, or an idea obtained from a seller, vendor, or a supplier. via a financial transaction or exchange for money or some more valuable consideration. Utility. Utility is value, it is service, it is quality, it is choice. The customer has needs and wants. I need not say more on this, right? You already know. So need is for existence. Want is what somebody wants on top of it. The interesting piece is nobody has ever died because of a want. But if a need is not fulfilled, you will have people, there can be disastrous results. So if you are in a business which is the need of a customer, then you will have it easy to sell. Integrity. The state of being whole, complete, and perfect. It is about having workability. So as a business, say what you do what you say. And there is a third element to it. Do what is expected of you, which may be unsaid. To give you an example, let us again go back to McDonald's. You order for a burger. They hand over the burger to you in a tray. Along with the burger, there are a sachet or 2 sachets of ketchup which is poured. There is also a few tissue papers. Now, tissue paper is something which you have not paid for and McDonald's has not promised to you. But as a customer, you expect a tissue paper because you would have to wipe your hands, you would have to wipe your face, or you'll have to wipe something else which spills. That is integrity, my friends. Say what you do what you say, and also do what is expected of you. वो उतना सा जो टिश्यू पेपर आपने साथ में रखा ना, that is what makes you a McDonald's. There are 5 types of needs. Stated needs, a person would say something. Unstated needs, the person may not articulate that. And then there are some real needs, some secret needs and some delight needs. Our job is to keep on servicing more and more needs. This is integrity. Trust. So there's a book by Stephen F.R. Covey which says the speed of trust. He says trust has 2 dimensions. One is character, the other one is competency. Character is being good. Competency is your ability to do that work. To give you a case in point, if you have a wound and you need to get that stitched, you would not go to a cobbler. You would go to a doctor. Not a doctor, you would go to a surgeon. The cobbler may have good character. He may smile at you. He may acknowledge you every time you pass by. So he may have awesome character. He has the competency to stitch leather. He does not have the competency to stitch your skin. That is why you don't trust him with your skin. Got it? So as a business, we need to build that trust, which comes by character and competency. And at the end, what do we want? We want a yes from the customer, right? Yes from the customer comes by need recognition, then a stage when the customer is searching for information. So we need to provide the information to the customer. When the customer is evaluating for alternatives, we have to be in his list of alternates, right? If we are not there in his consideration set, there is no possibility for us to be a yes. And then when he takes a purchase decision, we still have to be there. And when he purchases from us, we need to have a good response from him, that is post-purchase evaluation. If we stand good in a post-purchase evaluation, there's a fair possibility that this customer will buy again from us and he will recommend to other customers as well. If that does not happen, you will not get a yes, my friend. So this was a real fast one. So what did you get out of it? Maybe 2 or 3 minutes. Hello.
Sir, I have a question. Can I ask now?
Yeah, please. And also I have a request. Can we extend this class till 1 o'clock? Another 1 hour from now. Yeah, please. Yeah, please ask the question.
Sir, I'm basically dealing with one of my verticals. I'm dealing with land development and Mantralaya. So
Right.
most of the time I go out of the way to help my customers, and I really see that I get the business back from the same people. But sometimes, you know, you have experience in life that people don't have a value for you, what you do sometimes. So sometimes you feel that whatever a Marwadi person is doing.
We lost you, Madhavji. We lost Madhavji. Anybody else want to share something?
Hello.
Yeah, Madhavji, what I'll do is I'll have a one-to-one conversation with you after this class. Will that be fine? Hello? Hello? Okay. Anybody else? What are your takeaways from this? Yeah, Madhavji, what I'll do is I'll have a one-to-one conversation with you after this class. Will that be fine? Hello?
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, great. Yeah. So what did you get out of this? Yeah, please. Fine. Great. So this journey between you and a yes, what have been your takeaways? Hello? All right. So we'll move on to the next one. Okay. This is the fourth and the last element of the leverage model, which is called the game design workshop. It's all about creating a sustainable game design to address the opportunity, the lifeline, while fulfilling on the future that you've drafted. Right? So one thing I'd like to share with you, why am I calling it a game and not a plan? Very often in the corporate language, we use the term called business plan. And here we are talking about the game plan. Right? Why so? Because a game is always planned from the future. Imagine if Dhoni says that I will get the World Cup in the next World Cup innings, provided I get to bat or my team gets to bat on this date, the temperature should be this, the sun should be shining, we will be playing on this stadium, and we will be playing against this team. Do you think we'll ever be able to win the World Cup? Yes, no, thank you. Hello?
I don't think so.
Right? Yeah. So then it is more like a calculated thing. Whereas, what does he say? He says that next World Cup, I will bring in the World Cup, For that, I need so many pace bowlers, I need so many fast bowlers, I need so many batsmen, I need a wicket keeper, I need 1, 2, 3, 4, these resources. And then over the 4 years, that team is groomed for that World Cup match, which is going to happen 4 years from today. Can you get that? So we're living in a future and then working backwards from there. To achieve that future, we would need these resources. For these resources, we would need these resources to enable them. We would need to have so much of training sessions, so much of diet, so much of this, so much of that. All that is planned backwards till today. That is what game design is all about. So here's another video.
ऐसे तो हम हिल भी नहीं पाएंगे, खेलना तो बहुत दूर की बात है। इस तरह की गेम को कौन तोड़ पाएगा?
मैन टू मैन मार्किंग कैसे तोड़ी जाती है, सिर्फ तुम जानो। मैच शुरू हो रहा है, जाओ जाओ और तोड़ो।
चल पड़ी है हम सफर, अजनबी तो है डगर, लगता हमको मगर कुछ कर देंगे हम मगर, ख्वाब में जो दिखा पर था छुपा बस जाएगा वो नजर, बादल पे पाँव है या छूटा गाँव है, बड़ी
Pretty Sarah, Captain Web, candidate. तुम तो इस टीम में आने के लिए बेहोश तक हो गए थे, मगर अब अपने पूरे होश खो चुके हो। Why?
Anji, so what did you get out of this?
So good, very inspiring actually. Got many lessons to learn from this movie, from one single movie itself.
Anybody who has not seen this movie?
मैं हूँ।
अच्छा,
देखना चाहिए।
तो फिर आप ये मूवी देख लो। तो पहला असाइनमेंट ये है कि चक दे इंडिया देखो।
तो आप एक काम करो, ये चक दे इंडिया कौन देखेगा? पूरा काय को देखने का है? आपने जो ग्लिम्स भेजा है उतना ही देख लेंगे।
उतने में तो सारा
आपने को मैनेजमेंट सीखना है, आपने को थोड़े ही फुटबॉल सीखना है, हॉकी सीखना है।
हाँ, तो वो पूरा उसमें कवर्ड है इसमें।
या तो उतना दे दो मुझे बस।
हाँ बस ठीक है। हाँ जी। Anybody else? What else did you get? हाँ जी। See, if you don't share तो फिर मेरे को समझ नहीं आएगा आपको क्या मिला कि नहीं मिला।
मैं चकदे का एक सीन देखा हूँ, इसमें मुझे वो नजर नहीं आया। एक मेंटर का, एक कोच का जो रोल किया है शाहरुख ने।
हाँ जी।
At the last time when there was a conflict between two players who were going to play at forefront.
वो था इसमें।
हाँ, अर्लियर नाइट को वो एक दूसरे को झाप के अमलगमिट कर देता है उनके थॉट प्रोसेस, और टेल देम टू वर्क फॉर टीम, वर्क फॉर नेशन, play for nation, play for team and not for self. That message I appreciated much.
Yeah.
And that the role of that particular mentor needs to be done by entrepreneur many times on the shop floor itself.
Yeah. So that the two characters were Komal Chautala and Preeti Sabharwal, and that that scene was there in this video towards the end. I think that was the last one, wherein he said that at times winning is all what it. No, that was not the one. Just before that, it was there. Okay.
Yeah.
Anybody else? Anybody else? Else we move on. Okay. So game, as I shared yesterday also, it's about having a goal, identifying an arena, measures, and executing it well. So I invite you to paint a picture for your business 5 years from now. Okay, the size of your business is X. You are present in so many locations. This is the impact. You are impacting so many families due to this. X is available in the world. Our business contributes to this community by so many things, right? Now, you can have a similar statement for yourself. But just the fact that you start looking at your business 5 years from today will alter the way you relate to your own business. The arena. Okay, arena is the segmentation. So geographic. So in which regions would you like to reach out? Demographic, age, gender, income, education, marital status, occupation, all that stuff. Behavioral, psychographic, the industries that you intend to cover. Then the resources. I'll come to 5M in maybe the next slide. 5M stands for man, money, machine, method, material. Okay, so how many people you need, how much money you need, what machines or instruments or infrastructure that you need, man, money, machine, method, what are the processes that you need, and what are the kind of consumables that you need for your business. So as I said, start working backwards. So in the 5th year, what all do you need? Coming back, what would you need in the 4th year? What would you need in the 3rd year? What would you need in the 2nd year? And what is it that you need today? What are the other resources? What are the deliverables? Are they in place or they are not in place as of today? Just put it on paper. Then the marketing plan. Positioning, how do you want to position your business? Which segments do you want to address? Which target companies? How do you want to position yourself? Product mix, products and services you offer, what price, what channel, what promotion plan? Activity plan, how do you build your data? So data build, communication plan, opportunities to meet, digital marketing. This would broadly cover your marketing plan. Now, these are the things what you would have heard elsewhere. If you've done your MBAs or whichever programs, you would have heard them there. This is something you would have never ever heard. And if you get just this one piece right, your business will grow 2-fold, 3-fold, 4-fold, I don't know how many folds. It is called as the leverage plan. First and foremost, you identify who are the influencers in your business. Just list them down and prepare an engagement plan. How will you get connected to them? So in my business, Shripad Kulkarni ji is an influencer. So how do I engage with him? I need to have communication with him. I need to be clear what am I going to extract from him. I need to be clear what am I going to give to him, such that he remains engaged with me. Does that sound good? I need a yes, no, or thank you immediately from all of you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Right? Second piece is associations. I'm not talking about an industry association. I'm talking in general, whom all do you need to be associated with? The organizations from where you can draw information. You need not be a member there, but they may be doing good stuff in your industry. They might be publishing reports. Okay, now I'm not related to KPMG, but when I go to KPMG portal, their website, I'm able to see various reports. The other day I pulled one report and I shared that with you, right? But if I'm not present to it, I will never ever do that. So organizations to associate with, these could be your business associations, these could be other associations. Next is alliances from adjacent businesses. There can be people in other businesses who are not directly related to your business. For example, in case of your Push's business, he is into ELV, which is low voltage electrical appliances or structures or infrastructure. So for him, architects and civil contractors may be good connects, but that is not a business with whom he is directly related. Pushp, am I wrong or right?
You are absolutely right. You are actually bang on. Correct.
Right? Now, if I were to ask you, what is your list of architects or project management consultancies or other engineering firms, engineering design firms, do you have a ready list with you?
Yes, sir. I have a ready list, and we are working with all the leading Gov PMCs in the country.
Right? Now, just consider, since they're already doing some work in that space, that is why they are at 35 crores per annum. And there is still a lot more to be done.
Correct.
Because in their industry, there are organizations like Tyco, Bosch, Siemens, Honeywell, and more, who are doing 350 crores, 400 crores, 500 crores in the same or similar business. Pushp, am I wrong?
Yes, sir. Absolutely right. You are absolutely right.
Right? So that means there is something which is not addressing.
Right.
The size of the universe is much larger. Next is events and trade shows. You must keep an eye on which way is the technology advancing. Okay? With the mobile phones, the cameras became defunct. And when cameras became defunct, printing of photographs also did not remain a viable business. Sahi hai na? So if you are a dealer of Fujifilm or of Kodak, where would you be today?
Only with some occasional business like weddings and all.
Absolutely. तो वो क्या कहते हैं 2.5 फुट नीचे जमीन के. Isn't it? But if you see that technology advancing and you start getting into an adjacent business which serves the same customers, then there is a greater likelihood for you to remain in business for the next 100 years. Make sense?
Right, sir.
Then potential showstoppers and game changers in your market. Do you know what is happening in the market? वो पुलिस के केस में there is something called as मुखबिर. मुखबिर क्या होता है?
Informer.
Awesome. So do you have your informers out there who will keep on telling you or sending signals to you that the industry is moving in this direction? See, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, the changes were not so fast. That time, a generation was 30 years. But today, children who are 5 years apart, they are living in two different worlds. See, all of us who are there on the call right now, we would have seen the first television coming into our home. कोई ऐसा था जो जब पैदा हुआ था उस समय घर में ऑलरेडी टेलीविजन था? हेलो?
नहीं सर, नहीं था सर.
No.
Amazing है ना?
I believe that AT&T and Chroma and Videocon and Onida and all black and white TV first.
So just think of it. टीवी हमारे सामने घर में आया, हम नहीं लेकर आए होंगे, हमारे पेरेंट्स लाए होंगे, राइट?
बिल्कुल.
मोबाइल फोन एज अ कॉन्सेप्ट हमारे सामने आया. मोबाइल फोन के ऊपर व्हाट्सएप हमारे सामने आया, उसके ऊपर फेसबुक हमारे सामने आया, जियो ने तहलका मचाया, पेटीएम ने हल्ला किया, बिटकॉइन आया. एट व्हाट स्पीड? आपका धंधा इतने शॉक लेने के लिए तैयार है क्या? हेलो, क्या हुआ?
नहीं है.
ज्यादा जोर से लगा क्या?
नहीं है.
ठीक है ना? So see, and you can do all this only if you have got other monkeys off your back. अगर आपको सुबह आके ताला खोलना है और उसके बाद में सुबह आके काउंटर भी आपने संभालना है, शाम को ताला बंद भी आपने करना है, झाड़ू भी आपने मारना है, तो ये ना हो पाएगा. क्लियर है? लेट्स मूव ऑन. मेजर्स. तो जो कुछ आप करते हो उसको स्टार्ट मेजरिंग दैट. सो व्हाट आर द माइलस्टोन्स इन द 5th ईयर? What will happen? By when will it happen? 4th ईयर में क्या होगा? 3rd ईयर में क्या होगा? 2nd ईयर में क्या होगा? इस साल में क्या होगा? Then milestones in terms of spread. 5th ईयर में हम कहां पर अवेलेबल होंगे? 4th ईयर में कहां पर होंगे? 3rd ईयर, 2nd ईयर, 1st ईयर. टीम, नेम और रोल, या बंदा या उसका रोल. What will be the accountability? Is that person on board or not? Clear है? Action plan. What is planned? उसका outcome क्या होगा? कौन करेगा? कब करेगा? उसका current status क्या है? And then comes execution. Keep an existence plan. Display of tasks. Owners of tasks. जो भी काम करना है उसका कोई बाप बना दो. अगर आपने ये कहा ना कि जी हो जाएगा लेकिन कौन करेगा वो नहीं क्लियर, तो वो कभी नहीं होगा. And then tracking sheets. It is perfectly fine. You say that something is going to happen on the 3rd of December and it does not happen. It's perfectly human. But if you don't have a tracking sheet where you can say that it will happen on 5th instead of 3rd, then there is a problem. Use collaborative tools like Google Sheets, WhatsApp groups. I am talking about tools from the free world. I am not saying that you invest in a CRM and get a technology guy on, but don't do that. Take baby steps. Then there is something called as all hands meetings. Anybody heard about it?
Nice.
श्रीपत जी आपने?
नया कंसेप्ट लग रहा है भैया.
नया concept है ना? Fantastic. So this is a concept which is very much there in the manufacturing space. What they simply do is, in the morning of that day, all the heads of departments, they meet for 15 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, whatsoever you select. This is all hands coming together. And they will simply share the highlights of the day. कि जी कल मैंने इतना कर लिया, कल मेरे डिपार्टमेंट ने इतना कर लिया, आज हम इतना करने वाले हैं. कल मेरी वो जो थी मेरी जो असेंबली लाइन थी उसके ऊपर ये वाली मशीन खराब थी, इस कारण मैं ये नहीं कर पाया. So now what happens is, उस असेंबली लाइन के ऊपर I got 20 workers. When I know it in the morning at 9 o'clock that assembly line is not going to...
We are doing it in our factory since long.
Fair enough.
The title was not known.
Done.
But okay, we are doing it since long, that every day starts with can I speak something?
Yeah, please.
I have started a system approximately 5 years over. When people enter, they reach to a place where all are gathered, including blue collar, white collar, everybody, including a owner or a CEO like myself or my son, whoever is there. Initially I was there, nowadays my son goes there. Then a prayer happens. Then 11 times we ask them to take Omkar and disperse. Then the officers reach to CEO cabin, speak about yesterday's total work, what are the plans of today, what has been delayed yesterday which is to be completed today, what has been halted, why it is halted, what are the needs, and how we are going to address. That is the way we operate since long. Results are good, still okay, improvement opportunities are always there.
Awesome. So thanks for sharing this. Okay. So let me just distinguish this for everybody else. So when people, they assemble in the morning and they say that prayer together, what is actually happening is the formation of a team, formation of a sense of belonging, that we are one. Okay. So that is something which brings synergy. And that is something which brings more power to your business. And after that, when you have that all hands meeting, wherein all the heads, they come together and look at what the gap is and how to take it further. So Kulkarni ji spoke about Muda some time back. So there are two words, Mura and Muda. Both come from Japanese and are related to wastage. Okay. So by this, we are able to reduce wastage at every stage and build in efficiencies into the system. And then we can have posters and celebration and everything in our business. Okay. See, celebration is very important. Our body, it feels great whenever we're celebrating something. And the more celebration we have in our business, we will experience more growth. Okay. Structure. Have accountability holders, have escalation metrics. In case something is not working, what next? Who will take care of it? Formats for reporting and tracking, and have standard operating procedures in place. Rewards and recognition. So badges, leaderboards, levels, progress bars, goals, challenges, achievements, rewards. Different ways you can implement it, whichever way you like it. So what have been your takeaways from the game plan or the game design? Hello? Hello? Anji?
Sir, can you take back? सर आप वो जो रिवॉर्ड्स और रिकॉग्निशन थे वो पहले वाला स्लाइड है उस पे जाएंगे क्या
स्ट्रक्चर पे
सर ये थोड़ा एक बार और फिर से बताएं कि इट वाज टू फास्ट फॉर मी एक्चुअली
okay so you need to have accountability holders okay so somewhere I showed you people, right? Wherein there was a chart. Forget it. You can see that in the presentation later on. So accountability holders are people who are responsible for a certain aspect in the business.
Correct.
Okay. So all what needs to be done in the business, there has to be somebody who's an owner.
Correct.
Kuch bhi, so you know the story of everybody, somebody, nobody, right?
हाँ, right.
जरा बताओ उसके बारे में.
हेलो, हाँ सर.
जरा बताओ उसके बारे में. What is this everybody, somebody, nobody?
सर ये जो स्टोरी है everybody, somebody and nobody.
हाँ.
हाँ.
So the story goes that once there was
everybody thinks that this particular action need to be taken.
Yes.
And it is the essence of the situation.
Yeah.
Everybody thought somebody will do it.
And eventually nobody did it.
And nobody did it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So whenever anything we don't have a person who will do it, then that thing never gets done. In a school, the principal has a certain role, right? You have teachers for different subjects. Imagine आपके स्कूल में अगर इंग्लिश का कोई हाँ जी
सर महाराष्ट्र में एक कहावत है, इसको बोलते हैं दिस इज ह्यूमन नेचर. जैसे आपको जल्दी पता चले इसलिए मैं बोलता हूँ कि हर पंजाबी को लगता है कि गुरु तेग बहादुर फिर से आनी चाहिए, गुरु नानक फिर से आनी चाहिए.
राइट.
लेकिन कहाँ? पड़ोसी के घर में.
बिल्कुल.
मेरे बेटे ने तो इंजीनियर बनना चाहिए, डॉक्टर बनना चाहिए, दुनिया को लूटना चाहिए.
एब्सोल्युटली. Absolutely, बिल्कुल सही है. So we want change in the world, but I am not the one who's going to change it. Right? So आपके बिजनेस में जो कुछ भी काम करना है, everything should be mapped to somebody. That is accountability holders. Is that clear?
It is clear.
Second is escalation matrix. For some reason, this person is not able to do it. He is not there. या कुछ something which has not been planned. तो क्या करोगे उसका?
Escalation में जाएगा.
Next बंदे के पास जाएगा ना वो. Who is that next person? See, आप बैंक में जाते हो, आपको कैशियर ने कुछ नहीं किया तो आप ब्रांच मैनेजर के पास जाते हो ना. ब्रांच मैनेजर आपकी नहीं सुनता तो आप जोनल मैनेजर के पास जाते हो. जोनल भी नहीं सुनता तो आप हेड ऑफिस में जाते हो. So there is a structure over there, na? That is escalation matrix. Next is put formats for reporting and tracking. अगर आपने बात में बात कह दी कि we should start recording it. भाई कैसे रिकॉर्ड करेंगे, कौन रिकॉर्ड करेगा, कब रिकॉर्ड करेगा, वो डेटा कहां से आएगा, कैसे आएगा, क्या क्या कैप्चर करेंगे हम. नहीं तो बात आई गई हो जाएगी ना. So does this bring clarity?
Yeah.
आगे बढ़े.
हाँ सर.
So let's play golf to create a highly leveraged business. ये वाली फोटो ना 2007 जनवरी में खरीदी थी. मैं खरीदी नहीं थी, खींची गई थी मेरी. हवाई आइलैंड्स में पहली बार मैं यूएस गया था. मुझे पता नहीं था कि मैं इस तरीके से यहां इस्तेमाल करूंगा. सही है
यार, देखिए ये मैंने.
हाँ जी. सो अब व्हाट नेक्स्ट. सो मैंने जो आपके साथ अभी कंटेंट शेयर किया ना, ये पूरे का पूरा कंटेंट मैं लेवरेज मॉडल प्रोग्राम में कवर करता हूं. पूरा 100% जो आपको कंटेंट दिया, ये सारे का सारा ऐसा ही. सो अगर आप कहें तो मैं आपको कुछ और बताऊं, हाउ वी कैन एंगेज फर्दर.
हाँ सर बताएं.
सो देयर आर 3 पॉसिबिलिटीज. अभी तक जो पिछले 3 दिन में शेयर किया, यू डू इट योरसेल्फ. ठीक है ना. सो देयर आर 2 पॉसिबिलिटीज, डू इट योरसेल्फ A and do it yourself U, or get it done. So do it yourself alone. You already have the blueprint. ये प्रेजेंटेशन में आपके साथ शेयर कर दूंगा. आपके पास फॉर्मेट्स ऑलरेडी हैं, मोटा मोटा स्ट्रक्चर आपके पास है. यू कैन कीप ऑन डूइंग इट. जैसे अभी श्रीपद जी ने कहा, इसको 10 दिन लगे, 100 दिन लगे, करना पड़ेगा. Or you have an option, do it yourself. Ubuntu is the name of a program which I run. I'll share something more about it in a moment. And third possibility is you get it done. For this, you'll have to keep somebody on retainer. You have the blueprint. You can get it done by anybody. Oh, anybody, somebody, nobody wala mat karna. But you can hire somebody, give him the blueprint and ask them to do it. अगर आप उसमें नहीं पढ़ोगे तो ये कभी नहीं होगा. Or you can get it done from me, so I can work with you on a retainer. ठीक है जी. So let me tell you about Ubuntu the Leverage program. इसमें this is a 10 weeks engagement. यहां आपको 8 दिखाई दे रहे हैं. मैं एक्सप्लेन करता हूं आपको कैसा होगा. The first one is the future workshop, जिसमें कि I take you through the content. So जो आज future workshop मैंने शायद 15 मिनट में या 10 मिनट में कंप्लीट कर दिया होगा, that will get covered over a period of 4 to 5 hours. There will be enough assignments for you, enough supporting documents, all that stuff. And 1 week later, we will have another session which is called as the Future Huddle. जिसमें कि you will come and share the challenges that you are facing and we will resolve those challenges. Next week, we will have the Lifeline workshop. And the week after, we will have the Lifeline Huddle. Then we will have the Opportunity Workshop and we will have the Opportunity Huddle. We will have the Game Design Workshop and then we will have the Game Design Huddle. After this, I will be available for you for another 2 weeks where you can come back to me. We can have one-on-one conversations. I can speak specifically to you on your business such that you design a business plan for yourself, or you design a game plan for yourself, not a business plan, sorry. This is what is available to you. This kind of a program would generally cost around 3.5 lakh rupees. Why would you do this program? For a very simple reason that today, if you look at the learning and development landscape on this planet, then the kind of trainings those happen are functional in nature. Means sales, marketing, HR, finance, vagara, vagara. Or you have trainings which are on skill development, accounting, digital marketing, language skills, etc. Or there are trainings which are on capacity building, which is 10x growth, lead generation, all that stuff. And then there are trainings which are around competitions. So preparing for getting into certain colleges, or maybe in UPSC and those kind of things, so certain jobs. Right? All these are oriented towards preparing you for a job and not for a business. This program is designed for an entrepreneur, by an entrepreneur, and it is all about an entrepreneur. I'm somebody who's been in the corporate space and have also been in the entrepreneurship space, right? This has a strategic management framework. It works on design principles. So all what I shared with you, I have experienced and utilized it. Only then I'm sharing it with you. There are elements of business strategy and mindset. And it is all about 0 to 1, not 1 to n. Okay, so what I mean by 0 to 1 and 1 to n, let me ask you, how many types of gears are there in a car? Hello? हाँ जी पुष्प.
सर ये अपना जो 4 गियर होते हैं और एक अपना रिवर्स गियर होता है.
फैंटास्टिक. 4 गियर होते हैं और एक रिवर्स गियर होता है ना. मेरा कहना है कि सिर्फ 2 तरीके के गियर होते हैं. एक गियर होता है 1 नंबर और एक होता है बाकी सारे. All right. The difference between them is that one or the reverse gear, both are same. Is that this particular gear brings your car into motion from a state of inertia. That is 0 to 1. बाकी सारे के सारे गियर, सेकंड गियर, थर्ड गियर, फोर्थ गियर, फिफ्थ गियर, ओवरड्राइव, वो सारे के सारे जो हैं, दैट इज फॉर 1 to n. चलती गाड़ी की स्पीड बढ़ाने के लिए, कम करने के लिए इस्तेमाल होते हैं वो. टू गिव यू अ पैरल. हाँ प्लीज प्लीज प्लीज.
May I add something?
Yeah, please.
The terminology what you are telling is 100% right. And further to that, I will add this thing that there are only 2 types of gears. One is drive gear and another is driven gear.
Okay.
A drive gear has to be always on toes to drive the people, and driven gears are to be in motion. Then the first gear acts as a drive gear for certain time, and later he is away, remains as a drive gear continuously.
Awesome. Awesome. So just consider, drive gear is all about the design of your business. See, Jamshedji Tata, he launched the first steel mill of India in Jamshedpur, Tata Nagar, around 200 years back.
Yes, yes.
Now, this business is not family driven.
It is a trust.
Different generations have come in and taken the business from one level to the next level, to the next level, to the next level. there are certain design elements which Jamshedji Tata put into this organization, which are working even today. Interesting, है ना? So that drive gear, so Shripadji, thanks for giving me this terminology, drive gear. So that drive gear is the one which is the skeleton of your business. All right. Now, let me give you an example here of the kind of programs which are available in the market. So there are most of the programs, as I said, are preparing you for the job and not for the business. There are very few programs which are for business, and just have a look at it. And what are the kind of organizations that provide? So IIM Ahmedabad, they provide some of these programs. So leading professional service firms, developing entrepreneurial mindset and leadership, strategic marketing, manufacturing strategy. Now have a look at this. This is the last one. Manufacturing strategy is a 2 days program or a 3 days program. So July 2 to July 4th, which is priced at 75,000 rupees plus GST. Okay. Here are some programs from Harvard Business School and IIM Bangalore. Harvard Business School, the program is 5 days and it is priced at $13,000, which should be around 9 lakh rupees. IIM Bangalore has some programs which are again 2, 3, 4 days and are priced at around 1 lakh rupees each. So these are the kind of programs which are available in the market today. And why is it that you should consider me? In fact, now maybe you should be able to answer this yourself, but I would rather say something from myself. I am a BE Electronics, MBA Marketing and International Business, and I've also participated in a program from IIM Bangalore, which is Competitive Marketing Strategy. I am a specialist in B2B sales. I opened the aviation vertical in India. I managed identity and access management business across South Asia. I've managed strategic businesses for India for multiple companies. Some prestigious names I've worked for are listed here. I am a rare combination of technology plus sales plus business development. Some certification that I have. Somehow I'm wired to talk strategy or to work from the strategic sphere. So I've been a creator of strategic frameworks. I published the leverage model in 2019. I published the e-growth framework in 2014. Culture of performance is something which is work in progress. It'll happen sometime soon. I'm a practitioner of growth hacking, design thinking, game design, program management. In terms of entrepreneurship development, I've participated in a number of programs by TIE, IIT, IIM, Calcutta, ICAR. And actively, I've been working with various organizations, including eGrowth, wherein we've been working for entrepreneurship development. Some images from different things that we've done in the past. Why me? Because I have a global exposure. I've traveled across the globe, 3 continents, 12 countries, 22 cities outside of India. And more than that, within India, I have traveled across 27 states and union territories. There are some which are still pending. I'm sure I would complete those. I've traveled to 108 cities and I'm connected to around 100 associations and chambers. This is some of the media coverage about me or about eGrowth. Another reason why you might consider me is I'm a roadie. I've traveled around 80,000 kilometers across the country. My personal driving history is around 4 lakh kilometers till date. Right now I'm driving the 5th car. Maximum distance in a single stretch has been 1100 kilometers, and I've done it twice. Once from Vapi to Jaipur, once from Jaipur to Udana. Unja, not to Udana. Now coming to what is it that you get in Ubuntu? You get the leverage program, which is the future workshop and huddle, lifeline workshop and huddle, opportunity workshop and huddle, game design workshop and huddle. This entire thing should be around 3.5 lakhs. Other than this, you get a bonus pack, which is on strategy. So a strategy toolkit, which will be fundamentals of growth hacking. There was a paper presented in Harvard Business School, which was real win, worth it. Design thinking, I already spoke a little bit today, which was from Stanford. 5 pillars of a lean organization, the innovation mindset, 5 steps of a project rollout, introduction to balanced scorecard, and a surprise element. Then there would be another bonus package, which will be on sales. Sales code is toolkit, 4 levels of hierarchy of sales. I've already touched upon it. 5 sales dogs, 5 types of sales mindset, 23 killer questions to ask your prospects, 5 W and 1 H of your market, a surprise element, okay? And then there would be yet another bonus package, which is on executive leadership. Being the owner of your business, this is where you have to focus most of your energy, okay? 7 laws of velocity, 5 dysfunctions of a team, 5 levels of leadership, 3 circles of a hedgehog concept, 14 leadership principles, and many surprise elements. On top of it, we have access to a network of mentors who come from different industries. So based on your industry, we'll be able to get you connected to some relevant people who can guide you on certain areas of the business. So Sripadji, who's already with us, he is a renowned industrialist from Nasik. He is the vice president with NEMA, which is Nasik Industries and Manufacturers Association. He is also the founder of an organization called BBN Global, which is Brahman Business Network Global. Okay. And others, Mr. Sukdeepak Malwai, he is a business transformation coach. Mr. H.S. Chima, he is from Chima Boilers. They run the 4th largest boiler manufacturing plant in India. Then Dr. G.V. Kumar, he is a psychologist from Chennai. Mr. Virendra Ingle, he is somebody who's a coach on franchisee management from Pune. Mr. Buddhiraja, he is a 1976 batch pass out from IIT Kharagpur and is a specialist in HVAC. Right. So like this, we will have quite a few more. I put this value as invaluable. Okay. So this entire thing you would get as a part of this program. And you will not be paying 7 lakh rupees for this. So let me ask you at this stage, who all are interested in this? And Naveen, who's there with us, he has just completed this program. He participated in the previous batch. So how many of you would be interested?
I'm interested, but I think I need a lot of hand-holding. I'm kind of overwhelmed with too much information. So
fantastic.
Is only getting too disappointed.
No problem. So that is exactly why we've kept a time of 10 weeks. And beyond that also, if you need, I'm available. See, this is something which cannot happen overnight. It's not textbook stuff. How about others? Thanks, Jigish, for being the first one to say yes. Haji?
Hello.
Yeah, hello. Yeah, Pushp. Haji, yeah.
Yes, but 7 lakhs में नहीं. Yes,
7 lakhs में नहीं ना? Fantastic. ठीक है, ठीक. आप yes करो, हम पैसे की बात बाद में करेंगे.
Your existing वो teaching.
पुष्प, आवाज नहीं आ रही आपकी. Hello.
No, because I will first make the blueprint of what you have given us the framework.
Sure.
Then I will definitely come to this Ubuntu as well. I mean, it make a lot of sense.
Great. Fantastic. Chalo. So you will not come at 7 lakhs. Great. I do understand that. What if we make it only 70,000 rupees? Now, how many of you will come? Jagesh, will this be okay?
No, I think it's a little high as yet.
Little higher, na? Chalo, ठीक है, little का कुछ करते हैं. बाकी, how about others? All right. So what if we are keeping it at 39,990 plus GST?
This is good, but I need time.
ठीक है, we'll give you time. How much time do you need?
Maybe around 1 week.
1 week. ठीक है, दिया. और बोलो. Okay, great.
मुझे भी 1 week चाहिए.
ठीक है, दिया. 1 week दिया. All right. The first surprise offer is, I'll share the link of this Starbucks case study with you. Okay. So this is a competitive analysis of Starbucks, which is a really awesome document which gives you how Starbucks operates. What is the thinking which they have? Okay. Please see this. And what I'll do is, before we complete, I'd like to invite Naveen to please share. Naveen, will you be able to share something now, or being in office it is difficult?
I can speak.
तो प्लीज आप बताएं कि जी आपको क्या मिला, क्योंकि आपने पार्टिसिपेट किया और आप हम सब लोगों से थोड़े से जुदा हैं. आप अभी भी एक कॉर्पोरेट के साथ जुड़े हुए हैं.
फ्रेंड्स, मैं जॉब भी कर रहा हूँ. मेरा 2 साल से था कि मैं अपना कुछ हटके करूँ. So I started my journey and then I was not getting a way out, how to move forward. So luckily I got connected with Atul sir. He has given me the direction. Even though when I gone through the first webinar, I got some clues. Then I moved forward to the blueprint. Then I did complete the next step. Then in the next journey, I got the clarity about my roadmap. So, and I'm still working on that. And then whenever I get stuck, then my good thing is that I come back to Atul sir and he directs me. Even though I ask him, still I'm in the job and I need an environment where I can enhance my skills. So he always open to help me. So I strongly recommend you must do, because it will give you much clarity. Then if your fundamentals are clear, then it will help you to build your foundation. Then easily build up करना आसान है. मुझे भी पूरा रोड मैप पता है कि मुझे यहाँ से लेके वहाँ तक पहुँचने है क्या है, तो वो बहुत अच्छे से क्लियर किया. That helped me a lot and I thanks to Atul sir also.
आपका गेम प्लान अभी कहाँ पहुँचा है?
सर अभी तो डिजाइनिंग में लगा हूँ, because मुझे आपका बैठना भी एक बार. So that was the reason कोविड इन्फेक्टेड हो गए थे. तो
राइट,
20 दिन में इंडस्ट्री से बिल्कुल ही गायब हो गया था. Now just recently joined my office.
Perfect. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Naveen ji. Yeah. So now, thanks a lot. So now, before we close, let us just have an open sharing. What all is it that you got out of this program? Whether you participate in the next program or not, that is immaterial. Okay. You can always get in touch with me for any support that you need. Okay. And let us have some more sharing. What is it that has opened up for you? What additional value are you taking back home?
Sir, these 3 days were really eye-openers for me because most of the points I didn't even consider of thinking that. I used to know it theoretically, but practically attending this session now, at least I have some clarity in my business that how should I proceed. At least जो रास्ता तो मिल गया ऐसा लगता है, and I will try my best to attend the next program also, so it will be more clearer for me. But it all depends on the next coming situations. But I really thank you from the bottom of my heart for giving such a valuable guidance.
Thank you. So, see, we will be starting this program in a couple of weeks. It will be one day of the week, so most probably a Saturday. So we will keep that Saturday, and every Saturday for the next 10 weeks, we will keep it booked. And as I shared with you, we'll have knowledge in 1 week, a huddle in another week. What happened is the first time when I did this program, I did not have this huddle piece in between. So what I realized was the participants, they were present for the session and they did not do the work at the end. So eventually it was not implemented, or not implemented to the extent that it should have. So that is why I introduced this huddle. It's a meeting wherein by listening to others, what is it that you got, what is it that you've developed, you're also able to develop your own concept. And it also forces you to work. See, it is your business, your design, and you are going to do it. I am just, I would say, an environment in which you will be doing it.
Yeah, what will be the timing for the Saturday, sir? What will be the timings?
So that we'll mutually decide. It generally what I would do is 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock is the first session. We have a break for around 15 minutes, 20 minutes, or maybe half an hour. And then 10:30 to 12:30 is the second session. So 2 sessions, one after the other. That is how we plan it.
So what time we end?
12:30.
12:30. Okay. Thank you.
Right. Yeah. Great. Haji. So Push ji, Jigish ji, Sachin ji, Shripad ji.
Well, you explained a lot in simple structures and a lot to ponder on. From feeling that, the environment is changed and become very difficult, and you have shown a possibility that yes, you can still, you can grow much more than what you had thought about earlier, post-COVID also.
Awesome. Thank you.
We follow a system and structure. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
By design.
Yeah. Haji, Push ji.
Hi, sir. Sir, since I've also ventured myself into a new business which is in AI, IoT, and embedded system. So I am definitely going to use this because you have given an amazing, the framework, the design framework, and I am going to apply. I'm going to do certain exercises based on this framework, and I'll see how it and what will be the outcome. And I'm definitely sure when it says the design, and the design has to work for you.
Absolutely. See, design never fails anybody.
Never fails, yeah.
We fail the design.
Correct.
Yeah. Sachin ji.
Yeah. So I like the flow of the whole thing. The 3 days, it was like left and right brain approach. It was actually a whole brain approach where we were able to analyze also, and we were able to understand the emotional aspect also. And as I said that we do have, okay, that gave the clarity. Even the 5-year thing, what you will do in 5th year, what you will do in 4th year. So from what and when to how, and then again the team aspect. So that actually gave a very clear understanding of how things can happen. And lot of things are there which I need to introspect and also look at, because some of the things I already use, like Ikigai and all, I have been using it from the behavior for my clients and all. So I was looking at more things which I need to align and see how it works, especially the designing part. So a very nicely made approach, and the structure was excellent. So that is what I'm still introspecting certain things. And I'll
Great.
definitely again we'll connect and we'll talk about it in detail.
Perfect. And are you considering Ubuntu?
Yeah, that's what, because you said Saturdays, and already for the next 2 months, the Saturdays are blocked with other assignments.
Okay.
So things are, but still I'll see what can be done, and I will on that basis only I will talk to you.
So that's not a very big deal. So whatsoever the batch gets formed, we can keep it any other day also.
Yeah,
See, that is in our,
yeah. So I'll talk to you on that front.
Perfect.
What can be done. So
Done.
Definitely I'll connect.
Okay.
So anyway, I'm part of the degrowth thing. So anyway, we have to connect with you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hanji Kulkarni ji. Kulkarni ji, you there?
Yeah.
Hanji.
Yes, sir.
Hanji.
It is designed nicely, and let us think what is to be done, how it can be done.
ठीक है जी.
I can definitely add some value. I will definitely have some discussion with you. Maybe
sure.
I'll go through the basic homework, and
right.
Whenever you seek any help, I'm there. If you want me to become a participant, yes, there also I can think, no issue.
Great. Thank you.
Yeah.
And any other thing, something which we have not covered in this program that should be helpful?
I think this needs to be brought, the profit concept need to be furthermore cultivated in the minds of the people as not only rupee, Gandhi छापा हुआ कागज, ये profit नहीं है.
Okay.
Profit need to be cultivated nicely. What is profit? And so every business must have all those profits, all the dimensions of profit.
Great.
Yeah.
So that is, you've given me some food for thought. So I will add on to the profit.
Yeah. So definitely that will, the people who will go out of this particular course will be kind of a short-term MBA with self-realization and business tycoons, I would like to say.
So so I would personally not like to compare this with an MBA, because MBA, they prepare you to work for somebody, and we are looking at creating somebody who will have others to work for him or for the cause. I will not say for him.
So it is EBA, Entrepreneurship Business School.
Absolutely.
Bachelor.
Done. Right. So now my request to all of you is, if you can please switch on the video and let us have one click with all videos on, and with that we complete the program. Thank you, Sachin. Thank you, Madhavji.
I will have to try. I don't think my computer is having that setting, is only locked.
Okay, try it. If it works, great. Naveen, will you please come online?
माधव जी, अगर आपका चेहरा हम नहीं देख पाए तो सातारा आने के बाद कैसे पता चले आपको कैसे मिलना है? You should be able to recognize.
Naveen, are you there? Okay, great. He's there. Fantastic. So I'm just clicking a photograph. So all smiles. Thank you. Thank you. So thanks for your time and your pristine listening. In your listening, I have grown as a person.
Great.
Had you not contributed, I would not really have taken these extra steps in my life.
Great, great, great. I wish you all.
Thank you
I wish
very-
you all the best in
Thank you,
your
sir.
venture. Basically, आपको जो चंद लोगों को अच्छा एंटरप्रेन्योर बनाना है, MSME को जो आप हेल्प कर रहे हैं, उसके लिए ऑन बिहाफ ऑफ नरेंद्र मोदी आई एम थैंकफुल टू यू. आत्मनिर्भर भारत की ओर आपका एक कदम.
राइट. तो अगर आप ई-ग्रोथ की वेबसाइट पर जाते हो ना, तो वहां पर मैंने लिखा है फॉर हैविंग आत्मनिर्भर भारत वी नीड टू हैव सक्षम एंटरप्रेन्योर्स. So this is an effort towards Saksham entrepreneur. Atmanirbhar Bharat is an outcome of that.
Yeah.
See, कह देने भर से आत्मनिर्भर नहीं होगा. हर कण कण आत्मनिर्भर होगा, तब जाकर भारत आत्मनिर्भर होगा.
बिल्कुल, बिल्कुल.
All right. See you all. हाँ जी.
Sir, when can I join the network of these 35,000 people?
Immediately. Sorry. Okay. So thank you for reminding that. On your mobile, go to the Play Store or App Store. Search for eGrowth, EGROWTH, and install the app right away. Okay.
Okay.
I will share the link on the WhatsApp group. Also, go to the eGrowth portal. There also go and create your profile. Once you've done, let me know. We will upgrade it to the premium subscription from the backend, and then you will be able to see all the contacts and start interacting right away.
Okay, thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. See you. Bye.